Okay, so like everyone who's ever heard the words ghost ship, we're diving into the Mary Celeste.
Oh, yeah. The Mary Celeste is like a mystery wrapped in an enigma and then like thrown into the ocean for good measure.
Right. December 4th, 1872, a ship just appears out of nowhere in the middle of the Atlantic.
It was like a bad omen or something. Totally silent sails, all torn up.
Totally gives you chills, right? And get this, no crew, no signs of struggle.
10 people just gone poof, vanished like a magician's rabbit.
And, it's the whole family. The
Yeah.
captain, Benjamin Briggs, his wife, Sarah, their little girl, Sophia.
Plus the 7 sailors. Like, what could have happened to all of them?
I know, right? Pirates, a storm, something crazier.
That's the million-dollar question, isn't it?
Before we go full conspiracy theory, though, let's talk about the ship itself.
Oh, yeah. The Mary Celeste, she was a Canadian merchant brigantine, not huge, but strong.
Okay, so like a workhorse of the seas.
Exactly. And she was carrying this big cargo, over 1,700 barrels of alcohol.
Headed to Italy, cheers to that.
We'll come back to that cargo because it plays a role in some theories.
Okay, I'm intrigued. So picture this. You're Captain David Morehouse of the British ship Dei Gratia, just sailing along.
400 miles off the coast of Portugal.
You see a ship on the horizon, just drifting.
The Mary Celeste.
No flags, sails are a mess.
Yeah.
Something is wrong.
For a captain like Morehouse, that's a huge red flag. Like something seriously bad happened.
I can only imagine what went through his mind.
Definitely not a good feeling.
And then they board the Mary Celeste, and it's just empty.
Like walking into a haunted house.
The lifeboat's missing, so you think, okay, maybe they got into trouble, tried to escape.
But the ship is fine, no damage, totally seaworthy.
Right. It wasn't like it was sinking or anything.
Yeah, that's what makes it so strange. If they had time to launch a lifeboat, why not stay on the perfectly good ship?
It's like they just disappeared into thin air.
And then the details get even weirder.
Oh, yeah, like the alcohol.
All those barrels just sitting there untouched.
And the food in the galley still good, like they were just about to have dinner.
The last log entry, November 25th, 9 days before they found her.
Wait, so almost a week of just nothing.
And it just ends abruptly mid-sentence, like whoever was writing it just stopped.
Okay, that's creepy.
It's like a horror movie waiting to happen.
Right. And here's another thing. No signs of a fight, no blood.
They even found the ship's cat alive, just chilling on deck.
Like it was just another Tuesday.
The cat probably knew more than anyone.
Well, cat's not talking.
Oh.
So Captain Morehouse took the Mary Celeste to Gibraltar.
And that's when the real mystery began.
So Gibraltar investigators have this ghost ship on their hands, right? What do?
Try to piece together the puzzle, but it's like trying to solve a riddle with half the pieces missing.
Right. And they start finding these clues that raise more questions than answers.
Like that last log entry, calm weather near the Azores, over a week before the Dei Gratia found them.
So no huge storms, no obvious reason to abandon ship.
Exactly. Mother Nature seems to be off the hook, at least in that location.
Then there's this sword, no bloodstains on it, which you'd think if there was a fight.
Right. You'd expect to see something.
But it gets weirder. The chronometer and the sextant are gone.
Essential tools for navigation, especially back then.
But money and valuables, those are left behind.
So they weren't robbed. It wasn't pirates just looking for loot.
Okay, so that rules out a few theories.
Yeah, it suggests whoever left planned on going somewhere but weren't interested in treasure.
And then there's the water in the hold 3 feet.
Not enough to sink the Mary Celeste, especially for a ship in good shape.
So not a reason to abandon ship, right?
Exactly. It's more of a, interesting detail, but not a deal breaker.
And this frayed rope hanging from the stern.
Like the lifeboat was tied to the ship and then boom, something happened.
Did he snap? Did they cut it?
Another piece of the puzzle we might never solve.
And here's the kicker. No other ships in the area reported storms or pirates during that time.
So it's not like there was this huge event that everyone else missed.
This was something specific to the Mary Celeste.
Isolated and unexplained.
And then there's the crew stuff. Clothes folded neatly in their cabins.
Doesn't sound like a panicked escape.
Like if I thought the ship was going down, I wouldn't be worried about wrinkles.
Right. It's just another detail that doesn't quite add up.
So the investigators in Gibraltar, they're looking at all this, and they have to consider foul play.
Of course, they have to look at everything. Insurance fraud, mutiny.
But Captain Briggs had a good reputation, and the cargo wasn't worth risking your life for.
Right. And especially not your family.
So let's talk theories, right? Everyone loves a good theory.
Let's get speculative.
First up, mutiny sailors turn on the captain and his family.
It's a classic maritime tale, but does it fit here?
No signs of violence. And why abandon a perfectly good ship with a valuable cargo?
It doesn't make a lot of sense from a pirate's perspective.
Okay, so mutiny's out. What about natural disasters?
Okay, so remember all those barrels of alcohol?
Oh, yeah, 1,700 of them,
What if there was a leak and fumes built up in the hold?
making everyone go a little crazy.
Disoriented, panicked, even incapacitated.
So they abandoned ship thinking it's going to explode or something?
But the hold was sealed, so how much could have really leaked out?
And there was no explosion, no fire, just a perfectly intact ship.
So alcohol fumes are a possibility, but not a slam dunk.
Okay, so what about pirates? A classic high seas adventure.
Pirates are all about the loot, right?
Gold, silver, alcohol, anything they can get their hands on.
Why would they take the crew and leave all the valuables?
Yeah, that doesn't really fit the pirate MO.
Unless they were collecting souls, not treasure.
Okay, now we're getting into the deep end of the pool sea monsters.
Giant squid kraken, you name it.
Imagine this huge tentacle rising from the depths, grabbing the crew.
Dramatic, but where's the evidence?
No giant sucker marks no signs of a struggle.
It's a fun idea, but the ocean is already scary enough without adding mythical creatures.
Okay, last one, and this is where it gets really out there. Alien abduction.
Why not, right?
Yeah.
Beam me up, Scotty.
Maybe aliens saw this ship full of delicious alcohol.
Spaceship full of tiny green bartenders.
Hey, it's as good an explanation as any.
Well, in 1872, nobody was talking about UFOs, so maybe they saw something they couldn't explain.
And just left it at that.
The truth is out there.
It's crazy how this one ship has captivated people for so long.
It's the ultimate ghost ship story.
Right. As soon as the news got out, everyone was talking about the Mary Celeste.
Sailors were spinning yarns in every port.
And then good old Sir Arthur Conan Doyle, the Sherlock Holmes guy, wrote a story about it.
He took some creative liberties with the facts, but his story made the Mary Celeste a legend.
It's like he turned it into the ultimate mystery.
And everyone loves a good mystery.
Speaking of legends, the Mary Celeste kept sailing for a while after all this.
Different owners, different voyages.
But in 1905, she wrecked off the coast of Haiti.
And get this, it looks like it was intentional insurance fraud.
Not exactly a glorious ending for such a famous ship.
From ghost ship to insurance scam, that's a twist.
And then in 2001, they found the wreck divers, found the hull, but no crew.
Some mysteries the ocean just won't give up.
Even with all our modern science, we still don't know what happened.
There have been theories about toxic gases, magnetic anomalies.
But nothing concrete.
It's like the Mary Celeste wants to keep her secrets.
And her story lives on in books, movies, even Doctor Who.
Because it's a story that speaks to something deep in us, the unknown, the unexplained.
It makes you wonder what really happened that day on the Mary Celeste.
Was it something we can understand, or was it something beyond our comprehension?
Maybe we're asking the wrong questions.
Maybe the lack of an answer is the answer.
It really makes you think, doesn't it?
It does, and sometimes the best mysteries are the ones that stay unsolved.
Leaving us to ponder the possibilities.
Exactly.
Well, folks, another deep dive completed, another mystery explored.
Until next time, keep looking to the stars and keep wondering.
And maybe, just maybe, the answers will find you.
Who knows, the truth might be closer than you think.
Thanks for joining us.
It's been a pleasure.
And until our next deep dive, stay curious.
And keep exploring the mysteries of the world.